Well, guys, that's probably it. Seattle Seahawks lose to the Green Bay Packers 27-17, and that's probably it, guys. I'm still gonna be here. I'm still gonna come on, make my videos, talk about football, do all that stuff. But I gotta be honest with you guys. 1-4. I don't think it's gonna happen, and it's rough. It definitely sucks because there were some expectations this year. Not Super Bowl expectations, not elite expectations, but good, solid expectations. The same expectations I had last year and the year before. So it was coming eventually. You knew it was coming. Like I said a couple weeks ago, teams have to go through bad phases. That's just the circle of life in the NFL. Any team you can think of has had to go through a period where things just weren't working for them. And with any luck, our trip back down to the cellar will only last 1 year. Maybe it'll be 3, or maybe it'll be a long time. Maybe I'm even wrong. Maybe we can bounce back this year. I don't know. But point is, the last 5 years, they've been fun. 5 straight playoff appearances, 4 straight divisional titles, 3 straight years with a playoff win, the Super Bowl trip. The last 3 years we've won all our playoff games at home. We didn't achieve the ultimate goal, but that's part of life too, isn't it? So I had fun watching them. I had fun rooting for them, and it was a fun era, but I think that era is coming to a close. I think that game was the final chance we had to get this year back on track, and right now I just see us as playing for the draft. I'm just calling it like I see it, guys. I'm not trying to be pessimistic or anything. That's just how I see things. So, all that said, all the general reminiscing going on aside, this game, offensively, sometimes what are you going to do? You got Charlie Fry in there, who has very little NFL experience, and he's not a very good quarterback anyway. Sometimes what are you going to do? He just doesn't have it in him. I don't think he lost this game for us. He didn't win it for us. He didn't make any plays that really made me think he's trying to win this game for us, but he didn't blow the game either. His interceptions came when the game, I felt, was pretty much over. I honestly felt that when he was throwing those interceptions that, well, the game was already pretty much over. It was frustrating to watch at times on offense. Fry, very, very conservative, 12 of 23, like 80 yards and a couple of touchdowns and a couple of picks. Just very slow going, like we were playing on offense in mud. Just very hard to watch, but I gotta give him some credit. He didn't blow the game for us. The entire team lost this game. I can't rightfully put this at Charlie Fry's feet. Even though he didn't play very well, he didn't blow it for us. Julius, I still like Julius. I still think that he's playing as well as I could hope for. He's getting the yards that are there. Unfortunately, in most of our games, he isn't getting carries because we're getting blown out. And we're in situations where we feel we have to pass it. So, when he gets the ball, I like what he does. I really do. And I think that if we can get him 20 carries a game, 25 carries a game, he's going to play well. But in 3 of our games so far, we just haven't been able to do that. Just not even close. Really? I like him more than anyone else we have in our backfield right now. Morris, Weaver, Duckett, Schmidt. I like him to varying degrees, but I want to see Jones get a lot of carries to end the season. That's what I want to see the rest of the season. I want to see a good running game from Julius. What else is there? We just weren't doing much in the passing game. But Carlson had 4 catches, 22 yards, caught a touchdown, his first NFL touchdown. That's another thing I want to see the rest of this year. Win or lose, I want to see John Carlson get the ball a lot. Things seem to go well for our offense when he's involved. We didn't get him involved enough the last couple weeks, I think. So I want to see more John Carlson because he's a gamer, and I want to see him have a real good rookie season. Special teams. I can't complain here because Murray is still perfect on the year. He's one of the best players on this team right now, sad to say. He is hitting every field goal we ask him to make. So, yeah. No complaints there. Defensively, I actually think we played all right in this game. You have to realize our offense couldn't move the ball most of the game. Tutupu finally had a good game. He stepped up. He had his best game of the season easily. I haven't been impressed with Tutupu until today. Let's see, Peterson. Peterson actually stepped his game up. He had 7 tackles. He recorded a sack on which he forced a fumble that almost got us back into this game, but there was just no life on this team. Ultimately, there was just no one or two things could have won this game for us. Actually the last 2 weeks, Brian Russell, I think, has been playing a little better. He picked up a sack today, and I think he's doing a little bit of a better job guarding his deep zones, and I see him more making plays against the run. Saving touchdowns, even if the other team is getting significant gains. Russell is starting to get back into my good graces. Slowly, mind you. He's got a lot of work to do because he was bad early this season. I think we were getting a little better pressure on the quarterback. We did a good job against the run. Ryan Grant wasn't going anywhere. I think 33 carries and 90 yards. We bottled him up. Rodgers played a pretty good game, so I'm not going to say anything great about our pass defense. Fufant got beat for that 1 touchdown to Jennings. I don't really know what happened there. It looked like Fufant just got flat out beat. So while our defense showed improvements, and I'm not extremely pissed off at them, I also have to say there were some plays at the midpoint of the game, a little before, a little after, where they just kept finding holes in our coverages. And it was so frustrating. There was just one play where we rushed 3. Green Bay had 7 offensive linemen or tight ends blocking, and Rodgers still found Jennings open on the sideline, and there's no excuse for that. They've got 4 receivers, we've got 8 people in coverage. If they complete a pass, that's just sad. They should not complete a pass under any circumstance there, period. That happened a couple times. So, we just lost. It wasn't like we got annihilated. It wasn't like we kept it close. It was just a loss. Offense couldn't move the ball. Defense played pretty good, but not great. We got dominated in time of possession. And, it was just a game. Green Bay's better. And you just know our season's done by the simple fact that home field advantage doesn't seem to mean much to us right now. We're 1-2 at home. We don't look that much better at home than we compared to how we look on the road. We look bad in both places. I hate to say it, but it's been a fun 5 years. But I don't think this year's going to be that fun, guys. Okay, I'm moving on to the rest of the league because it was a good week of football, and I want to start talking about that stuff.